Today, I'm going to share with you my new book, Forbidden Territories, 100 Years of Surreal Landscapes. I really love surrealism. I have Leonora Carrington, new surrealism book, Flip Through, so if you're interested, I will put the links in the description. Today, I opened this new book. I had it for a while, and I have a few other books that are waiting for me to be opened and shared with you. When I am planning to buy a book, I always check YouTube if there are flip through, because I really want to see the layout and I want to see the production of the book. Sometimes it's really hard to find what I am looking for. Here's what I'm going to do. I will review the book the way I want to see the book when I'm planning to buy it. This book has pretty good binding. It was printed and bound in Slovenia. This book is printed on matte paper, and I noticed that some people are unhappy with this type of print because they prefer to see it on, not glossy. I'm sure no one wants to see prints on glossy paper, but kind of semi-gloss. Like comparing with, let's say, this book. You see, the print is excellent, but at the same time, depends how you look at it. It creates this glare. Therefore, I personally do not complain when the book is printed on matte paper. There is no glare at all. You see, the pictures are quite clear. This shows more details and depth if the picture is good. Some of the pictures maybe don't have enough details, but I don't know whether they had more details in the first place. You see, some pictures don't have enough definition, but I have to say I don't know how this picture looks as an original. Maybe it doesn't have much details here either. I have this book for inspiration, looking through the selection of images about surrealism, and each chapter has an essay about it, and then it shows a selection of pictures. In the beginning, let's see, I'll show you the contents. I did not read this book yet, since I just opened it, but there are lots of information in this book. There is a lot to read for education and just satisfy your interest about the pictures. It's well organized, I like it. What I don't quite like is the text is printed on toned paper. You see, it's kind of beige, and comparing to the pictures are printed on white, which is great. On the other hand, it's very easy to distinguish where the information is and where the pictures are, right? The font is significantly larger than in other books that I have. This is for the first time I see the font being this large. Let me show you in comparison what other books have, so you can see it side by side. That's really a really beautiful production. It's excellent quality print. Now, compare the font. We find a page that has mostly text. Oh, this book is fabulous, really. Let me find the text so I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay. When you put this book next to it, you see the comparison of text. I don't know if it matters to you, but it matters to me how it is laid out. And the legibility is very important, because here the text is almost half of the size of this. However, it's not necessarily make it easier to read, because it's very crowded. The space between the lines does not allow you to have this flow of reading. And this is my professional opinion as a former graphic designer. So this layout is much, much better. I remove 1 star for this matter. And if they had this book on Kindle, I would rather buy it on Kindle and read it with my preferred format. However, it's only available in print, so that's unfortunate. Now let's look through the pictures. I did work a little bit on this book to break it. I always use my nice palm stone to gently break the stiff spine. You can watch my video on that if you're interested. I have like a special procedure when I buy a new book. I spend some time with it, welcoming it to my library, and I work with a few pages at a time, opening, gliding. So now another picture that has a very, I don't know, questionable quality, possibly. I don't see much of the details, I only see the basic shape of it. Yeah. It's still pretty good. I would still give 4 stars for this book. It's a nice selection, and I like that they have an introduction to certain topics within the surrealism. It's very important to read and educate yourself, because just looking at the images of the surreal imaginary world of the artist, maybe it resonates with you immediately. Most of the time we need a little bit of a background about this picture and about the artist, but it's fascinating. I love the composition and colors and whimsical juxtapositions of unexpected objects and people and creatures and something unidentifiable, something that you'd have in a dream. And that's what surrealism is about. Kind of, we access our subconscious mind to create something that resonates with us deeply and invokes emotional response to certain thoughts, memories, and it doesn't have to be clear or explain anything to anyone, because this is pure art of subconscious. And of course, I like to spend some time with the picture. So I'm showing here very brief flip through, just to help you to get an idea if you're interested to buy this book, if you're curious about how it looks inside, which I always do. So this is my gift to you, and I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy this overview. I don't usually give book reviews per se, but you see, I reviewed as a graphic designer, and as a curious consumer, I would say I'm not educated in art history, and even as much as I'm fascinated with surrealism, I don't know much about that movement. I did not study surrealism. I only recently discovered Eleanor Carrington, which I absolutely adore, every picture of hers, and Remedios Varo. Okay, so here is the flip through. The book is good. I would recommend it. I'm definitely happy that I bought it, and I am planning to read most of it, probably not all of it, but definitely will spend more time with pictures. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for watching this video. Please come back soon if you like, and have a wonderful day. Bye.